Okay, and we're live 15 minutes late because my microphone was acting up, but I caught it before it became a problem. So, you know, I'll take it. This is why you check your mic before you stream. But enough about that. Today is going to be the third episode of my BB Stadium playthrough. So without further ado, hey, yeah everyone, Nico here and welcome back to the Test Ready channel. Today is episode 3 of our playthrough through Inazuma 11 Victory Road's battle-based stadium mode. Last time we played as Royal Academy. I talked a bunch about the holidays I've been on. This time we're playing with my goats team. Aphrodite, here we come with Zeus. I'm really looking forward to this. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Against Chronostorm. Now the talking points for this episode are going to be just generally things I really love about Inazuma 11 Victory Road specifically, because otherwise I'll be here all day if I'm talking about the entire series. Have a look at some of their moves though. Hellfire, that makes sense. Those don't make sense. Why did the defenders have shots? Why did you have a goal? What? My go. Wait, I didn't actually realize I could move them. Oh, I probably should have. Flossing guard, you can go there. There you go. You know what? Good enough. Surprised there's no Ray Dark as the manager. Damn straight. Except they're superhumans, but you know, not the point. But yeah. So what I'll do is, last time when I started speaking about holidays, I did like one holiday a match, or like one area or one country a match, should I say. However, that didn't actually, how do I put it? I didn't feel like I nearly covered them in sufficient detail. So this time it's going to be one topic over 2 matches, and you'll just kind of see, you know, the evolution as we go along. So, the first one I'm going to be talking about is story mode. More specifically, why it's fucking phenomenal. Now, you probably haven't seen my story mode playthrough, mainly because I live streamed the entire thing when it was literally day 1, day 2 and day 3, and then I finished it. God break, he has God break, hell yeah. My goat's got God break for some reason, but I'll take it. But yeah, like I was saying, I immediately got sidetracked. I did actually play through story, and I did upload the highlights as well. In fact, I was one of the first people to ever upload a full playthrough of story mode. Probably not the first, but like uploading a full playthrough. I think like commentated at least, because I know someone uploaded the final match before I got there. But story mode is so good. It's really what they did this with this game with story mode is really surprising, because generally speaking most of the story modes, you know, it's Inazuma 11 story, they're ridiculous. Fuck off. I'm not wasting it. Ah, no. That took off 1,000? Are you joking? What kind of monstrous thing was that? Oh, fuck off. Out of the way. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. I will score. But yeah, story mode. Personally speaking, I think I've said this quite a few times. Story mode is... it's my favorite Inazuma 11 story ever. It is close with Chrono Stones because of the pure sheer ludicrousness of Chrono Stones and just how much goddamn fun it is. No. However, in terms of pure story quality, the characters, it's my favorite. Running overdrive. Give me the ball, thank you. Fuck off. Why? Stop! Please! What the hell is this? Ah! But yeah, anyways. The characters are phenomenal. The fact that you get to spend time building each main character up as well. Really... wow, they're strong. Okay, finally scored. I should have scored a lot earlier. The fact that you can build up, like, because yes, there's no football, and that is, as much as I think it was a good idea to allow, you know, no football allows them to fully focus in on getting all the character development and the main, you know, building the team done, which is, you know, one of the strongest parts of this series is the team. You feel them go from, in a relatively short time too, like generally speaking it's only like 20 hours, so it's an extremely short amount of time, but you see them go from, you know, non-existent to winning, and it doesn't feel like complete, you know, it doesn't feel like OG Raimon starting out, or it's where it's like all of a sudden, you know, they're progressing, and then they get to Zeus and they just somehow win. Like, don't get me wrong, the Zeus match is amazing, but it's a case of each step along the way you can understand, right, this is what they did and this is how they won because of it. So, you know, Wild, they did it because they learned, because Mark had to really push himself because he was one of the only people who actively, you know, was an active player by that match. He had to push himself, he injured himself, and they learned a new move that they went beforehand and were like, okay, this is going to beat them. And then obviously they had Axel, who, you know, was also very experienced. And then after that was, I think, Brainwashing, which was a bit there, but they were just not a great team to begin with. Like, not that great. And obviously they copied Fire Tornado, which is kind of insane, but relatively speaking. But compared to, you know, what this is, where every single step, because the main character is a manager, is a strategist, you see how, you see the team grow, you see how the team grow, and you feel a part of it. which is, oh come on, which is seriously one of the main strong points of the story and why I like it so much, because you never really see that with the other ones. Like for Chronostones, for example, you build half the team, but half of it's just getting the power up. You already know these people. Whereas if you're, you know, compared to this where you have to build them up, or like Go 1 where you're just given a team to care about, and it's like, hey, here's the new Rymon. Please be the wall. So yeah, the team, like, you get to feel their progression. Fuck off. You get to feel their progression. You get to see, you know, what they do, kind of thing. And it doesn't feel like it comes out of nowhere, like their wins. So that's probably one of the strongest ones. The other one, strongest points, is Unmei. How the hell they managed to make Unmei one of the coolest characters with that really, I'm gonna be honest, his design's really fucking stupid. The whole red nose, the weird curtains, the blue hair with highlights at the bottom for some reason. Character design wise, Unmei looks really stupid. But fucking hell, he's probably the best protagonist in the entire series. He is just such a good character. And then you see his moment at the final match where he actually, like, technically goes, even for a split second, he goes toe to toe with fucking Haru, and you're just like, holy shit, this guy's insane. And you get to see, you know, you get to learn, because obviously with Mark Evans in the first game especially, the team is up, you know, you kind of get to see Mark Evans, but he's just, you know, pretty generic. That's kind of the point. You know, it's a stereotype. You know, the passionate, hardworking, you know, energetic person who never gives up. It's a stereotype. And it's a pretty good stereotype. But, again, it's a stereotype. So, there's not too much they did really with Mark's character. I'm doing it wrong, I love him. He's still better than Arian, and holy shit, that did a lot. He's still, you know, better than, personally, than Arian and Asto. I don't remember what his English name is. Sunny, that's it, Sunny, right? Yeah, so I still think he's, you know, he's like the second best after Unmei. But the fact they managed to pull Unmei out of literally nowhere, and bear in mind, Unmei's like technically a stereotype too. I'm not gonna like, oh my god, Mark's a stereotype, and just pretend Unmei isn't, because especially for Inazuma 11, Unmei being a stereotype, Unmei's a stereotype they've done like 2 or 3 times before. Wild, you know, the can't play football because of an illness stereotype. Like we had that with Soul Daystar. Next match, I think we had that in the original series as well. I don't remember what it was, but it's ridiculous, that kind of thing. Magnahara, okay. But basically, not playing because of an illness was a common stereotype. But they managed to make that even more interesting, because those, you know, I can't play because of an illness, they were side characters. You never really, you know, get to see their perspective, other than the fact that, you know, Soul recovers from it. Eric recovered from it, kind of thing. Whereas this one, you get to see the, you know, ramifications of not being able to, you know, play the sport you love and stuff. Stop off, oh, that one. which, you know, adds extra depth to Unmei rather than being, you know, football loving, passionate guy who's, you know, never gives up number 4. He's unique, which really helps, especially for this series. So that's some of the reasons why I think Unmei's amazing, and one of the reasons why I love the story. If I had to list, because so far I've done just teleported. Hell yeah. So far I've done basically, you know, building of the team, phenomenal, which is one reason I like it. Unmei another. I'd also say the fact that it's kind of a calling it a Juro protagonist, whatever. The fact that it's like primarily a story of 2 people, not just one. I do feel like, because people have mentioned this in some Discords I'm in, it does feel like you were supposed to know the Raimon people a bit better by the end of it. And maybe, you know, somehow in this almost 10 years delayed game, they still didn't have enough time to do, you know, whatever. It's kind of, you know, a bit weird, but you do see it. So I'm hesitant to say, you know, how much of a second protagonist Haru is. But the concept of, you know, the son of Endo actually coming back as a protagonist is pretty freaking cool. So I'm a big fan of that. But also the whole, you know, dynamic of the strongest with Haru, which I mentioned during my story playthrough, is really good. Really, really, really good, because you get a lot of these, I'm bored because I'm the strongest, or I'm the strongest so I can do whatever I want. And that's such a, you know, you see it a lot. So, you know, One Punch Man, Saitama, you know, is bored because he's the strongest. Jujutsu Kaisen, Gojo does whatever he wants because he's the strongest. And, you know, someone's, you know, they're the strongest because they're looking for a good fight, so they spare the protagonist, or something like that. Where this is a case of, no, he actually just wants friends because of who he is, of the situation he's been put into. No one really treats him, you know, as Ren says in the story, he doesn't know anything about it because he treats him differently because of who he is. He doesn't really get to know who Haru as a person is, just kind of, he's this football monster who's really good. And like, he's on our team, but it's not like a, you know, I want to know more about him kind of thing. Oh, you're there. Just barely. This should dodge all the walls and should hopefully be my second goal. Come on. You always seem to go really fast when the AI does it, but not when I do it. Oh, right, that's not a second goal then. So it looks like each move blocks about 1,000. Oh, come on, how's that fair? How the hell do you manage that anyways? How the hell do you manage to get a defender in the goal? That's just not fair. But anyways, like I was saying, Haru is really good. The fact that Mark kind of is in the story, you know, but obviously his time is come and gone. And the writers respect that, you know? He shows up, what, twice, 3 times, and that's it. And I really appreciate that. Whereas, you know, Go, he's the manager, which, fair enough. I mean, I liked him as the manager in Go. But it's like, okay, so now for real, his time is coming on. There we go. 2-0. And I respect it. And I really enjoy that. But yeah, so those are like my 3 biggest strengths of the story. If I were to go with my 4th, or like my favourite moment of the story, other than Unmei's, you know, big hurrah in the final match, because I think that's pretty obviously everyone's, at least almost everyone's favourite moment, you know, because it's really cool. The main character actually comes on and does stuff and absolutely destroys it. And it's amazing and phenomenal, and I love it so much. It's gotta be Kisoji. Just because up to this point, outside of Unmei, who's got the entire story to himself, well, not the entire story, he's got the entire, you know, the entire story mode to be developed because he's the main character. All the other characters only get roughly around, you know, half a story or 1 or 2 moments to properly develop as a character, where Kisoji, compared to them, you know, has an entire chapter to himself, and it shows. It really shows. Because his moment, especially during the Stormwind match, is phenomenal. It's genuinely something where, you know, the character does something and you're literally going, hell yeah, this is amazing. You know, you understand the character, you see where he's coming from, but more importantly, when he succeeds, you're like, yes, this guy deserves to succeed. I love it when he does. And the best part is his whole, you know, his whole motto of let's just have fun is something that I frequently try to do. Because it's in, I think 2020. There's a case of, you know, it's COVID. And I was in a situation where, at the point in time, I didn't really have anything to work towards. So it's a case of, well, what do I do? Like, you know, you get told your entire life, study for this. You know, these exams are very important and your grades really matter. Or, you know, try and apply for a job, or, you know, try get into university, that kind of thing. And then COVID just kind of, for a year, just took all of that away, and you're like, okay, well, what do I do? So I really had time to contemplate, and at the end of the day, I just decided, what am I living for? What is the purpose of me being alive? What do I want to achieve? And the answer is, have as much fucking fun as I possibly can, while I can. So Kisoji's whole thing of, let's have a blast, let's enjoy ourselves, I really love. Hell yeah. What a phenomenal 3-pass. So, you know, the music as well, I think it's called, what was it? I just call it Kisoji's theme, but I think it was called, no, Blazing Blue Youth was not it. I don't remember. Fake fan, I know. But Kisoji's theme is my favourite. No, so His moment has a phenomenal theme. You know, it suits the moment. It's just have fun, and most importantly, his spirit. The fact that he gets spirit and he's just like, hell yeah, and then proceeds to absolutely destroy everyone is so fun. Because I don't know if you've actually looked back at that one or whatever, but it's basically he's basically invincible that match. That's kind of cool. But just Kisoji's whole development and character and his big moment, outside of Unmei's whole thing at the end of, you know, the final match, is my favourite bit. But yeah, those are my main highlights of story mode. If I did have to pick a weakness, it would be, as I previously said, I think, while I understand the lack of story, the lack of football being played, I understand why they did that, and I think for the story it fits. It doesn't remove the fact that it kind of sucks if you know, you don't get to play the game. But that's roughly my thoughts on the story mode. Went on for a bit longer, I know, so even though I'm supposed to be really cutting these down to interesting bits, if I want to include this entire thing, it'll be a pretty long section of the video. But after this match, we'll go on to talk about Chronicle mode, so let's finish this. And annoyingly, this would actually normally go in, but yeah. Oh well, I'll take a 3-0. So far, Chrono Storm was annoying because they just kept spamming Mixie Maxes. This was fun. You know, you had Kisoji with Entertainer, but outside of that, it's just... Who's our next opponent? The Earth 11. Pretty funny. But yeah, so let's talk about Chronicle mode. Chronicle mode is obviously, by the time this is out, it's been uploaded, at least all of them. It's pretty low volume, unfortunately. But that wasn't something I caught because for me the volume was extremely high. But yeah, it is a low volume, which kind of sucks, but it's not the end of the world. I'm not probably going to change it because that would require me to re-upload 100 episodes of something, well, over 100 episodes, and well, technically I still haven't done the ghost stuff, so, you know, or first half of ghost still missing, so realistically speaking, it's about 100 episodes. But still, that's a lot to re-edit, reschedule, re-upload. So that's definitely... It's going to be a longer kind of thing. I might start progressing on that soon if I'm, you know, run out of things to do. Which I'm nowhere near doing. Whoa. That was a cool animation, him like kind of spinning around. That's okay, that's fine. He's not doing anything stupid. Oh, fuck off. The Chronicle mode is, you know, with the 100 episodes, well, around 100 episodes I've uploaded, you can tell it's the longest bit of the game by far. Personally speaking, Chronicle mode is very hit and miss. I think, as a concept, it's great. I really think, you know, as a concept, they outdid themselves. Execution is... I think it's super dependent on you know, what your thoughts on how they've managed to incorporate the story into these, you know, smaller packages to fit a gameplay perspective. Fuck. Now, personally, I think, you know, it is hit and miss, but overall it's generally a hit. There weren't too many points where I was getting bored. And yes, those self-imposed, you know, challenges for route unlock battles definitely helped. They made things a lot more interesting. Even though they're a pain to come up with, I'm still very glad I did them. I think there's probably some of them, you know, to keep it more interesting, to make it more fun for me, because I think everyone's common complaint with, you know, Chronicle mode, and I kind of see it, was the route unlock battles. And that is certainly, them being mandatory is a strength and a weakness, I feel like. Because especially for some matches, you know, at the beginning, sorry for the Discord thing, I'm going to have to mute that in a sec. So yeah, I think some of the matches, remember, where is it? Some of the matches are, you know, free activities. Like, think about, I don't know, the beginning of Alias, for example. You show up, you take a shot, you get destroyed, and that's it. Not even 5 minutes. So, you know, I feel like for situations like those, having a route unlock battle makes a lot of sense. You've done a lot of work for it, so you deserve to move on. But when it gets to having, you know, 2 full-length matches, I think that's where people really start complaining. And personally speaking, I like it. You know, it's more gameplay for me. It's one where you're reliving the story that you love, and the other one where you get to upgrade your team, test your team, you know, see what works, see what doesn't from the team that you've built. And again, route unlock battle challenges have increased my bias on this, I will admit. But still, I think route unlock battles overall a good decision, and especially with the advanced win they implemented. Anyone who complains about, you know, oh, the route unlock battles suck, you know, they implemented advanced win, and if you complain even after that, then that's really a problem, I'm going to be honest. So your problem because you didn't manage to win 4-0. Or 4-1 or something. Nice. But yeah, so for a lot of matches, Chronicle mode's very good. Some, you know, especially at the beginning, you know, the first route, the original Rhyme is probably one of the best ones because of how faithful it is. So for example, almost all of it felt like one-to-one with the original, you know, Chronicle route. And that was amazing. Because, you know, it's, you get to relive the moments accurately. But there are some situations where I think, yeah, it was a bit lackluster. I didn't enjoy it as much. So there are certain matches where that's definitely the case. Off the top of my head, part of, what was it? The match where Aphrodite gets introduced, like, you don't do anything. Fire Dragon's kind of a disappointment in this one, I'm going to be honest. It doesn't feel, you know, a lot of Fire Dragon is missing, so there's no God Break. Chaos Break doesn't happen until the very end. No, I think in I haven't checked it since I re-edited it about 2 months ago or something stupid like that. But the score during Fire Dragon was like 4-1 for me, and it's, you know, compared to the anime one where it's probably like 4-3 or something, you know. He's got that, yep. So the fact that, you know, Chaos Break barely shows up, and it showed up last minute, not a fan. Like, generally Fire Dragon as a match is phenomenal, but in Chronicle mode they kind of butchered it. But for example, let's say Zeus, they absolutely nailed Zeus. They did a phenomenal job with it. And that's kind of what I mean with my thoughts on Chronicle mode. Depending on the match, it's either really good or kind of underwhelming. So like no Celestial Smash in Little Gigantes. Or, you know, no certain moves or whatever. Like, Little Gigantes was pretty good. But, you know, that's kind of what I'm on about. I guess that's mostly the... Yeah, I guess we can talk about the story as well for Chronicle anyway. So that's generally my opinion on Chronicle as a whole, or at least the gameplay side of things. I think for a story, I'm not a fan, I'm gonna be honest. Like, the whole Xanark thing is by far the best part. But generally speaking, I'm sitting there like, you can do so much. You can just do so much, and they barely talk. They talk once or twice a route, and that's it. And you're sitting here like, you have such a good opportunity to build these characters, and you don't. You can't. Because they aren't given anything. So I feel like very missed opportunity with Chronicle Mode story. And you know, adult phase there, but he has like 5 lines. Well, the whole integration of why this is happening in the first place, fair enough, but again, that's just... They don't do enough with the characters. At the end of the day, you know, I know the whole point of Chronicle Mode is to relive the experiences, but the original story is probably going to be so... almost so unmemorable, it doesn't matter. Or you just kind of forget about it. 4-0? 4-0, hell yeah. So generally that's my opinion on, you know, story Chronicle Mode, as there barely is the story. Like the whole hyper-dimensional being. Okay. I don't really care, because I don't have much of a reason to care. Just they're a relatively cool concept. They're like, oh no, they're wiping everyone, and it's like, show us. The only one we got to do is Xanark, and that's why it's cool. That's why that move's cool. But yeah. That is the 3rd match against the Earth 11 over. We are up against another Naganohara. Naganohara kind of parallels with Raimon. Not like as direct parallels as Little Gigantes, but still, you know.
神と人間が戦っても勝敗は見えている。負けませんよ。いよいよ緊張キックオフ。
Thank you. I probably should have used sweeping win last time, I'm gonna be honest, but oh well. I'm pretty sure I had that last game as well. You don't have a defensive move. Never mind, you have a defensive move. Ah. Sakurazaki doesn't have a defensive move. Sakurazaki. Soromir. Wait, no, you have one, don't you? Stop! Give me tension, you fucking freaks. Fine, I'll just walk to your goal then. If you're that desperate. Oh, thank you. Fuck. Thank you. Don't have foil formula, please. Fuck off. Stop. Sakurazaki. Or you. You work. What? Why is Sakurazaki all the way back there? You have side swipe? Why do you have side swipe? How do you lose with side swipe? I think you'll be able to get past the wall now. Yeah, good. But anyways, those are my thoughts on Chronicle Mode and Story Mode. I like Chronicle Mode story. If I were to talk about the main aspects as well, hero battles. I don't know how to feel about hero battles, to be honest. Because don't get me wrong, idea great, execution pretty good, you know. Gives you something to farm, that gives extra challenge to, you know, route unlocks which are pretty easy. And they have a small chance to drop heroes, but they're mostly for collecting characters you want. The fact that you can't really guarantee any character, you know, kind of sucks. I'm going to be honest, I'm not a fan. But outside of that, I think it's good. The only problem is rematch. Having basically the exact same thing, it kind of feels redundant. Like, why can't, you know, only one of them have it and the other one doesn't? So I was thinking, you know, Chronicle Mode having hero battle, but also, you know, free match having hero battle equivalents, and you're like, what's the point? I know they drop different things and whatever, but it doesn't really matter because you're just doing the same match 4 times instead of 2. But as an actual thing, hero battles are really fun because, you know, they're high leveled, you know, they're level 90, and it's a fun challenge trying to score 4 goals on them in like a half. And, you know, for a source of heroes, they suck. However, you know, when you do get a hero occasionally from a hero battles, it's really satisfying actually. I think I've gotten 2 so far. Hell yeah. I got 2. I've gotten Jack, Wallside, and I've gotten I got my Breach half ready from that actually, which I was very happy with. I think I got that off Farming Ancient Dark. Doesn't matter, that is still a ridiculously solid amount. Half time. Gimme. But anyways, those are my main thoughts on Chronicle mode as a whole. If I were to add one little thing, it would be them locking Galaxies post-game. No, not Galaxies. Them locking Go and Chronostone's post-game behind beating Galaxies is a really stupid idea. I hate it. That's my biggest gripe with Chronicle, I'd say. Because it's like, why? Especially with doing them in the moment as well. Because there's no indicator. There's also no indicator, so if you're, you know, doing Go all in one go, unless they have like a thing where it was, oh, if you've already beaten both of them, you have to be Galaxy first before unlocking them. If it's a, you know, new person trying to complete every single one, like in a row, and they get to the Go post game and they're like, why can't I play this? If that is like a thing that happens, yeah, that's not great. Thank you. But yeah, that's my thoughts on Chronicle mode. Ow. Oh, what? But... No watches? I don't think so. No problem. Wow, I'm surprisingly tired. I got some pretty good rest though, so I don't know why. Tomorrow's gonna be kind of. But oh well. Down straight, you won't lose. Out of the way. Reflect Buster. Nice. Why does he have Crystal Barrier? Such a weird choice. Are they only restricted to... Well, no, because I think Hisochi's summoned as Keshin already. And they've used Grand Glow a lot. I was going to say, are they restricted to Go 1? Or no, IE1 moves, but that's clearly not the case. They're just... Do you just not have anything other than Ice Block for some reason? Move it. Oh, come on. Okay. Slide, pass, pass, pass. And the match is over. That was a pretty good match. I managed to get all my talking points for Chronicle mode done, more importantly. Which I'll take. On to match number 5 and our next thing. Now, I did say one match or 2 matches per topic, but to be honest, Chronicle mode and story mode are so big they probably needed 2 matches. It's another villain team, hell yeah. But the rest of the, you know, modes are just... Oh yeah, but like I was saying, the other game modes aren't, you know, really big enough to warrant having more than one match really. So the other one, next one we'll talk about is Kizuna Town or Bond Town, to those who are familiar. The main reason, let's see, for Bond's Town, I'd say I really, I can't tell if it's recorded or not. For Kizuna Town, which is what I call it for the rest of the video, I think it's a cool idea. You know, I'm of the opinion that just generally having a housing system is never bad. It's just more things to do. And also having the God, you know, God hand, God flowers stuck behind it for some of the best stuff in the game. People might be a bit like iffy, but I think it's a good incentive to actually participate in, you know, that activity, which at the end of the day is one of the key things a developer wants. Is, you know, they give them an incentive to, oh hey, yeah, that's going over. Yeah, to give an incentive for the player to actually play something you've developed on. So I think, so, you know, having housing, you can never go wrong with housing, to be honest, is my general opinion. 1-0. I think getting a lot of the having a lot of the furniture's locked behind certain collectibles is kind of annoying. Mainly, you know, Chronicle, the ones you can get from Chronicle mode and Versus store. Primarily Chronicle mode because, despite the fact it's pretty, you know, it's generally the place to farm stuff, so you do it quite a lot. You don't really get much currency for what you do in Chronicle mode, which, I mean, in the moment is fine because you're mostly doing it for farming characters, farming spirits, leveling up characters. You're not really doing it for the currency. However, because, you know, Isatsu's, different hits, different tactics, you know, different pitches, that kind of thing. The fact that they're all locked behind the same collectibles that you need for the furnitures. Oh, what was that? Isn't particularly ideal. So that's one of my big gripes with housing is, due to limited resources the game gives you, you're more incentivized to not, you know, to not really spend anything on housing because, you know, instead of housing it'll be, oh, I can get this, you know, medium-sized fence that'll slightly increase my, you know, it'll slightly increase my keys in town points. Or I could get well, no, you can't get Grand Fire in the shop. Or I could get, you know, God knows, that kind of thing. It's a case where the idea is good, the execution itself is pretty good, just getting the items in the first place is a nightmare. So I'm not a huge fan of them. I wish we just had a dedicated housing shop. Well, I say that, we do have one. I don't know what I'm on about. We do have a dedicated housing shop. It's just getting the currency for that's right. And also some of the currency's winning online for some reason. I don't understand locking some items. Well, I don't understand locking a majority of items behind having to play online. It's just kind of stupid. Like having some exclusive items for, you know, if you perhaps do really well online, or if you hit worldwide, you get a special item to, you know, celebrate or whatever. That would be a pretty cool concept. But the whole, you know, they cost victory stars for a lot of stuff. And you're like, I don't really want to engage with online at the moment, so they're just kind of unfeasible. Which isn't ideal. That being said, the amount of accessories I've seen them have is quite interesting. I feel like it's just mostly buildings, which, I mean, not surprising to be honest. Kind of the whole point is, you know, create your own town. But so far it's just like Rai noodles, a school block, a caravan. And it's trying to mix and match without having, you know, more detail. I am very tired though, to be honest, so I'm just kind of rambling on. Well, we're tired, that's all I should be. Ugh. I need some hot chocolate. I really need some hot chocolate, please. Helmstein. What? Oh, I clicked cancel. Ball back. Thank you. this actually does something. Reach? No, just too strong. I'll gladly take that. But anyway, so yeah, Houston Town, I like it. Feel like a lot of the furnishings should be a lot more accessible than what they actually are. The rewards you get are nice, which, you know, justifies actually spending time doing Houston Town. I haven't really done much in it, to be honest. I've just kind of bought a few things and then put them down to work towards getting the cap for God Hand Herbs and stuff like that. But you can never go wrong with... You can never really go wrong with housing. I mean, there are instances I know of where housing goes terribly wrong, but they're mostly online games, so it doesn't matter. No, it's technically not housing, but you get a lot of stuff like that in housing situations in different games, so... Oh wow. It's nice having an elemental advantage. From there? You're shooting from there? Wow. And of course the Mr. Giant didn't get it. I can just catch this easy. No problem. Thank you. Oh no. Never mind, he's a fucking idiot. Goal number 4. Assumedly. Yep. Nice. Might as well. Oh yeah, it's only 8 o'clock. I'm really tired. Weird. Well, yeah, I was planning on doing a second one, but with me being this tired and the fact I've got to get up kind of early tomorrow, just be this one for today. Try and one-shot the keeper with a bunch of stuff. Yeah, getting blocked is basically the death of this shot. But thankfully, it looks like it's going to be perfectly fine. That guy doesn't have a defensive move. Heck yeah, that is 5-0. S rank rating on the original game. Which in some situations is amazing, and in other situations are fucking pain in the neck. Trying to get S rank on those 99 routes was annoying, I'll tell you that much. Not hard, just annoying. I think I did most of them first try, to be honest. Except the first one, because obviously you're getting used up. Get fucking wrecked. His 3 slide tackles. Thank you, no thank you. And that's the match over. That's my thoughts on Kisuna Town. I know it's quite short, but as I mentioned, there isn't too much to discuss about it. Oh, right. I wish they give us more currency for the housing thing, rather than like 2 currency a day or whatever. On to match 6, almost the last one against Team Zero. Let's go. My other goats, half team. Half of the team is my absolute goats, and the other half are kind of good. But the fact they don't even show Tescat there. Tescat should, instead of the versus team being Bylong versus Aphrodite, Tescat should just take up the entirety of Team Zero. Wow, they're friendly with the wings. Yeah, Tescat is that good. I definitely wasn't just checking to see if Tescat was there or not. Moo! Yeah. Wait, what? I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't expecting that. Sure, I'll take what I can get. Bum ba dum bum bum. Ow. See, it makes sense that he has Crystal Barrier, but why does actually, it doesn't really make that much sense that he has it. Now I'm thinking about it, he should be using Snake Bite. Ironclad Guardian? Really? You really don't need to do that though. Also, it doesn't help you in the long run. Because, you know, slide. Oh, would you look at that? No one's in front of me. The only downside is it does no damage. Anyway, I have gotten sidetracked, so let's actually, instead of talking about Team Zero and how they work or whatever, because we've already got a Critical video on that. I'll talk about free matches this time. What are my thoughts on the free match game mode? So for those who don't know what free match is to begin with, it's a section within the competitive match or section of the game, which basically means, out of the way. But despite it being in the competitive section, it doesn't really have anything to do with online play. But my brain is not working today. In the game mode, what you have is basically the same as the Chronicle battle, except the first 2 are also just regular matches, so you're technically playing 4 matches at once, which thankfully, once you've beaten them in Recon Lock battle, they also get unlocked there as well. So let's say you're playing against Team Ogre in Chronicle mode and you beat their Chronicle mode, it would actually say, you know, complete Chronicle mode in the free match. So you don't actually have to do most of them 4 times, but there's still quite a lot of them. So you have to do it. So for example, there's all the matches you have in the story mode. So against all the different clubs of Naganohara, against all the different teams, so like Stormwind, that kind of thing. You still have to do those quite a lot of times, which I'm not a big fan of. I go. Hell yeah. Ah, freaking goat. we don't have much. Oh, I got outside the wall though. Okay, I'll take that. This won't get blocked as well. But for free matches, I think that I don't get them, to be honest. Like, I understand if there were matches where you can play against a lot of the other teams from story mode with your own team. But also, you can kind of do that in the story mode anyway. So the only justification for it being there is to really have another way to farm another thing, if you know what I mean. If you've done free matches, you'll know that they're the place where you can farm all the passives for every character, so you can have, you know, 2-0. So that's where you get the custom passives, it's where you get the manager passives, it's where you get the coordination passives. All the passives that you can need for your characters is pretty much where you get them. Now the problem with this is the main way to get them is just exactly the same as completing hero battles in Chronicle mode. So if you've already done enough Chronicle mode, you're going through free matches and it's basically identical and it's pretty boring. So out of all of the game modes so far, I'd say free mode is the biggest question mark of why did you really implement this in the first place? The only thing that's good about it is you get to challenge Victory Road's Raimon, which I don't think you can do anywhere else. Which makes it at least, you know, decent. Ah yes, fair. Ah, no. How annoying. But yeah, so because they made a whole new game mode for this thing of, oh hey, play this if you want to farm passives. It doesn't feel like it has the same, you know, give and take reward wise with for the user out, like compared to Chronicle mode. Chronicle mode, you get, you know, you get currencies for new moves or new characters or new tactics, alongside, you know, getting the drops being different characters, some of which have a rare chance of being some of the best in the game. Others could just be higher rarities of characters you already have or want to get. Whereas this is just, you want a passive? Do this, otherwise don't touch it. And you're like, why? Doesn't really make any sense. But generally that's my thoughts on free match. Again, it's a very small game mode. It's not really worth many people's time. It's only good if they want to optimize it for Aphrodite, fucking move. There's so much space there. It's only good if you want to optimize teams, is what I was saying. Well, Aphrodite decided, you know what, fuck you. They just fucking hate me, don't they? Oh, now I go on the line. Not when I wanted to. Oh, I don't get blocked, please. I will happily take no blocked. God break shoot chain. But yeah, so free matches of game modes, pretty underwhelming. But I still think so far campaign for BB Stadium, the thing we're doing right now, is more underwhelming. Because they could do so much with this. Instead it's just 7 matches in a row with 2 voice lines at the beginning and that's it. Having preset teams though is cool, I'll give them that. Preset teams are cool. The fact that you can pit them against each other, you know, using only AI, or have preset teams that you can play against other people with instead of having your own teams. Great. Love the idea. No, it makes sense. Especially with this game where there's so much variety, having basically equal teams to, you know, compare who's better and who isn't. I like. Big fan. Oh yeah. No problemo. Yeah, I still think the campaign, they don't do enough with this, which is why I've had to devolve into talking about random topics, or otherwise it'll just be me sitting in silence, beating every team 3 to 4-0 7 times in a row. And I don't think that'd be very entertaining to watch. Hey, to be honest, the only reason I'm continuing with this series is because I want to do everything. Generally speaking, I don't think this is any good content to begin with, but better to do it now and get out of the way. I wonder if 4-0 will... I don't know if 4-0 is possible. I wonder if I can get it. Oh yeah. Nice. 4-0. Yeah, that's basically the 6th, I think, match done. That's my GOAT team. You know what? Just for the benefit of the doubt, Test Cat, come on. I'll let you shoot. Yeah. Come on, Test Cat, show us what you got. There you go. Such a cool move. Have I been Stockholmed into that opinion? Maybe. But still, such a cool move. If I tsunami wall it, will it go straight back to you? Never mind. Yay. What do you flippin' do? Yeah, so each one of these takes roughly around an hour and a half, which is, quite frankly, ridiculously long for the rewards. Oh, and it's the final Nagahara team. Wow. Not OG Raimon like I thought it would be. Huh. I know it's technically random, so it doesn't matter, but... Okay, for the final game mode, because we kind of discussed BB Stadium. I mean, we kind of discussed BB Stadium last time. So we'll talk about online this time. And I'd like to preface this by saying I haven't done online at all since since the game's come out. Multiple reasons, mainly because, let's see, I've been doing all of Chronicle Mode, all the editing, uploading. That took, to be honest, combined, probably took around about 50 hours combined to do all episodes, because it started out, you know, slow, and then I got to the point where I could probably get one episode done in half an hour, or like 20 minutes, and then thumbnails took about 10. I was panicking there. So to preface this by saying, I have not done online. So my opinion kind of is semi-not legitimate. But this will be discussing my plans for online, what I'm looking forward to, what I'm not looking forward to. But the main reasons, other than, you know, uploading Chronicle Mode and doing this and trying to complete everything, is, one, I'm lazy. I know, ironic considering the amount of stuff I've been doing recently. But also, I I don't want to touch online until I have my team. So I have the team I want to do. I don't want to, you know, go through online with a half-built team or a team I don't like. I want to, you know, have a team that, like, my team, and see what I can do in online with that. I might lose, I might absolutely destroy everyone, I don't know. But at the end of the day, I don't want to, you know, have a random team, because then I'll just feel like in the event I lose, I might just go, oh well, I had these characters, so I don't want that. If I lose, it's because the other player's better than me. It's what I want. But at the same time, it's a situation where getting such a team comp that I ideally want would realistically take forever anyway. Catch, that's fine. Nice. Will I get sneak attack as well? But yeah, that's my honest opinion, is that I haven't touched it because I'm kind of lazy and I haven't really been farming the team I want to do online with. And also, once I finish everything, online's going to be like 90% of what I have. Additionally, online, other than worldwide rank, there isn't too much to do. I would say there's playing with viewers, but no one shows up, so oh, I'm okay with that. At the end of the day, it's just like, oh god, stop! Actually, just stop. I can't believe I had to use Invincible Keeper for that. Why does he have such a high defense? Okay, just shoot, let me... Cool. That's fine, I still have Invincible Keeper. Please say I still have Invincible Keeper by the time I get to... Oh, fuck off! Oh, you are joking. I don't have Invincible Keeper in. I was gonna say you don't need to shot chain, but if you didn't shot chain, I would have saved it, so you know. Oh wow, I'm actually losing. Anyway, enough about me rambling on about why I haven't been in competition mode. What are my plans for doing competition? How the fuck did you lose that? For competition mode. My main plans for competition mode are just get into Road to Worldwide. That's a classic one, you know. With my team, try and get to Worldwide. I don't think it's going to be too difficult. So I've heard it's only about 20 or so matches you need to win, which, you know, isn't too hard. That being said, I don't actually know how... Because obviously I've just been playing against NPCs every single time. So, now playing against people is nothing like playing against NPCs. So, there could be some sort of meta that I'm not getting, or I don't have. And I'll just keep losing. Or maybe, you know... Because the AIs are so easy, I could be kind of... My repeating the same thing over and over again, gameplay-wise, that's working. I try it once and it just doesn't work with real people. But either way, Road to Worldwide is the first thing I'm going to do with online. And then after that, it's probably going to be a Road to Worldwide with a Tesco only team, because I know for some reason the game decides if you don't play enough online, it demotes you, which I think sucks. I think that's really scummy, but it does allow me to do multiple Road to Worldwide ranks kind of thing, which I think is pretty good. So I'll probably do a Road to Worldwide, then I'll after Road to Worldwide, I'll put it on the back burner. Then once I drop down, I'll do a Road to Worldwide with all test cat team. I also got to focus in so make sure I don't actually lose this, so... Oh well. I have been doing this bit half asleep, to be honest, so... If I just get my brain to start working, because this is the last one. Okay, well I'm not making it past there. Stats. That's okay, that's fine. D-Man lockdown. Doesn't matter, I wasn't planning on passing anyway. That does actually reduce the thing by quite a lot though. Obviously I can't pass to him. However, I can shoot as him. And that does actually go past the wall, so that's okay. Oh well, time to focus. Right, I actually have to focus. Jeez. Well, anyway, those are my rough ideas for competitive. And then once they unleash the, you know, seasonal thing, I'll obviously once that comes out, I'll start doing it. I don't know why that worked, but it did. Move. I don't have the luxury. I gotta win. Thankfully, I just have the perfect win button. Good luck catching that. Good luck catching the sideline spears instant burst. Okay, good, I recovered. This is probably the hardest challenge I've had with, you know, this. Yeah, I mean, I am kind of half asleep right now. and I'm distracted by trying to talk with, you know, with everyone, so... But anyway, so those are my main things with competition routes. Not competition route. Fuck, I'm so tired. Those are my main things with... Oh god, that's so goddamn fast. With online modes. Naturally, there's probably going to be a few other things with online mode that I do, but those won't be for the foreseeable future. Because after I've done all of BB, you'll be seeing story mode stuff. Story mode guys, which, to be honest, I probably should have gotten to a few months ago. Hell, I probably should have done it before Chronicle mode, but Restory is going to massively help me with a lot of story stuff, because I generally didn't do any of the side quests for story mode, but thanks to Restory I can do them first in the main story for my own enjoyment, and you know, write down what they are, and then in Restory I can make a guide for them, which obviously didn't exist when I started doing story mode or Chronicle mode stuff. So yeah, expect a lot of story mode guides after this. So stuff will be, you know, side quest guides. I've already done the training guide thing. That's kind of its own thing, and probably a bit of farming guides as well, and obviously guides on how to scout every character. So that's going to be my main focus after this. So look out for that. But this has been finally, again, 1.5 hours per run, so it really takes a toll on me, especially constantly trying to talk throughout all of it. Campaign complete. BB Stadium with the Zeus team. Apologies for going off track again. I wanted to get this done sooner rather than later. But that has been my GOATS team of Zeus. See you all next time for when we face off as Gemini Storm. See you guys as the aliens. No, fuck. See you guys then. Oh god, I'm so tired. I didn't think it would take that much out of me, I'm gonna be honest, but I prepared myself for it and I got it done. I was actually planning on doing a second one as well. I was actually planning on doing 2 in one go, but not in this condition at all. I struggled so much. Fucking useless. Fucking... Oh, that's good. That's good. That's useless. That's okay. That's pretty okay. That's pretty okay. Terrible. Really good. Really good. And then this is going to be just like 5 small EXP orbs. That's good. That's useless. That's useless. That's useless. That's... Oh well. I'm gonna do a quick Bond Town because I'm gonna be honest, I completely forgot about it until I started talking about it. And then call it there because I've got some Final Fantasy XIV to play and some sleep to get to. I need to do a lot of the daily roulettes. That's me and my mini games. Oh, there's quite a lot of them today. Last time I came here, there was only 2. Which is pretty depressing. I barely got anything. Yep, all my teams are just wandering around. Does it show on the screen? Like, does it show in this view where the... So if I were to go over here... Oh, it does. Oh, what's that? What's Tezcat doing? What is he doing? He's like a hunchback. He's like, he's trying to pick it up. What? What? I don't think that's how kicking the ball works. Just looking. What the heck's he doing? Okay, I think that's everything. Yeah, that's everything. Right, let's head to the shop then. See what I can buy. Lots of tickets that I can't buy. Lots of emblems that I don't care about. Spirits that I can. Whoa, I have a god hand herb? Oh, I think I got this from a drop. I didn't actually get this legitimately, but whatever. Ooh. Invader Orient Express. Huh. Yeah, sure. So quite substantially increase my things. Chick apartments as well. Heck yeah. I don't have any bulletin boards. I have enough for 2 roads as well, which would be nice. Okay, that should be quite a lot. Significant amount. Let's do the roads first. Yeah, this is like kind of getting to the end of the road. Yeah, it covers here. So what I'll do is I'll make it so that it goes this way as well. Which means I want something here. And what we can do is we can... Wow, they weren't kidding when they said it was large. All the houses, they can live... they can have fun over there. Wait, if I... Okay, so it does increase it. I'm not just being insane and thinking that it's not doing it. Right, okay. Pretty successful stream by my standards, which is actually doing something. Save. Wow, I'm not even at 200 hours yet. Dear God, I'm such a fraud. Such a fraud. Okay. Well, that has been today's stream for BB Stadium. See you all next time, maybe tomorrow. Well, actually, Hytale comes out tomorrow, so I'm going to be honest, I can't make any promises to the 0 people watching. But I do need to get most of BB Stadium done because I'm coming to the end of my Chronicle mode schedule. I've got, I think, 5 episodes until I'm completely caught up, so which means I'm going to have to do all of BB Stadium. But we'll come to that when we get to it. Thankfully, Hytale isn't a massive priority. It's more of a, I want to play the game. When I get bored of it, I'll switch. But that has been this stream. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, I guess. Oh boy, I'm tired.